Hey guys. So this is what is a mnemonic device. So I'm going to explain the definition and then I have a couple of examples that I want to share with you. So first, what is a mnemonic device? So my definition of that would be an easier way or a tool to help you when studying or learning. I feel like this is more beneficial when studying because it takes a lot when studying because you can't like some people just can't grasp the information very easily, like for myself. Um, I will sit there and reread the same thing over and over and over because I can't understand it the first time. And these are just some examples to help you whenever you're studying. Um, so my personal favorite, the one that I use all the time, and this is mainly like when reading something like a chapter in a textbook, or especially for like vocabulary when you have key terms. Like for myself, I have to take the T's exam in a couple of years, and I have 14 pages of vocabulary terms to learn before I take this exam. So I have a couple of actual like examples, like definitions, so you can better like understand what I'm talking about. But the isolation method is taking something like a word, a snippet of a definition, and it's something that stands out to you that you know, like, okay, if I see this in this definition, I can associate the word to this like snippet and better understand the definition. So this is DNA. Yeah, this is DNA. So the actual definition is material that contains genetic information and is responsible for directing protein synthesis in living organisms. Okay, that's kind of a long definition. And DNA, we already know what DNA is. We don't need to know the actual definition, but yeah, we do, or I do. So in this long definition, the snippet that stands out to me is genetic information, because I know that DNA is genetic. So when I see this full definition, I'm gonna try and find that snippet. And when I do, okay, my mind's just gonna go and know that that's DNA. Or a short one. This is a very short one. This is canaliculi. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Microscopic canals and ossified bone. So I'm going to take canals. Okay, that's my word that stands out to me because canal is actually in this word. So that's going to make my mind be like, okay, so I see canal and I may remember like this short definition, but when I see canal and I see this word, it's in the word. So that's how I'm going to remember that. I use that all the time, especially for things like this, but you're basically just finding, like isolating a word or the snippet to make your mind just know, like, that's what I'm looking for, and that's how I'm going to relate this word to this, like, definition. Another example would be the acronym method. So one example would be PEMDAS. This is obviously used in math, but it's basically taking a word and the first letter of the word and putting them together, but you're creating an acronym for it. So in PEMDAS, P is parentheses, E is exponent, M is mathematics, A is addition, D is division, and S is subtraction. So you're kind of like breaking it down, and you just create any acronym that works for you that you know, or that you can remember. So like the colors of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, violet. So that's an acronym to remember the colors of the rainbow. So I feel like mnemonic devices can be used every day when you're studying, every day when you're learning, because it can be so hard to grasp that information that you just need something. And that something is something that works for you. So these work for me, especially the isolation method. That's my personal favorite. And anytime that I help people study, I tell them about this, especially when it's like a longer definition. I'm like, okay, what word stands out to you? How are you going to remember this information. So these are just easier ways to help you remember things, and you just got to find what works for you. So yeah, that's it.